In a dart game, Jordan can hit targets that are either circle or star. Let the number of times he hits a circle be A, and the number of times he hits a star be B. Jordan hits a total of 24 targets. Write an equation for this information in terms of A and B. So the number of times he hit a circle is A, and the number of times he hits a star is B. And he hits a total, so that means that we're adding a total of 24 targets. And so the equation for this information would be A plus B is equal to 24. That's the number of times he hits the circle and the number of times he hits a star. We add those and it's supposed to be equal to 24. Hitting a circle scores 8 points and hitting a star scores 10 points. Jordan scores a total of 218 points. Write an equation for the total score in terms of A and B. And so notice that hitting a circle scores 8 points. And so we have 8A, right? And hitting a star scores 10 points. And so that's going to be 10B because the number of times he hits a star is B. And the number of times that he hits a circle is A. So we have 8A plus 10B. And the total, and Jordan scores a total of 218 points. So that means that it's going to be 8A plus 10B is equal to 218. Now the next question states, solve the simultaneous equation to find how many times each target was hit. What is the simultaneous equation? Well, we have the first equation, A plus B is equal to 24. The second equation, 8A plus 10B is equal to 218. And that's equation 2. So we label our equations. So this one is equation 1, this one is equation 2. The first step that we're going to do after we have already labeled our equations is we want to make A the subject of equation 1. So we want to take equation 1 and we want to make A the subject. What we would do is we would send B over the equal sign. And so what we have here is A is equal to 24 minus B because we sent B over the equal sign. And we're going to call this equation 3. So A is the subject currently, and so we call this equation right here, we call it equation 3. Next, we're going to substitute equation 3, which is this equation, into equation 2 and solve for B. So this is equation 2 right here, all right? This is equation 2. And we're going to take equation 3 and put it into equation 2. And so here we have equation 3, 8A plus 10B is equal to 218. But what is A? Well, A is equal to 24 minus B. And so that's what we're going to put inside of this equation right there for A. And so we have 8A, which is really 8 multiplied by 24 minus B, because that's what A is according to equation 3, plus 10B is equal to 218. Now what we're going to do is we're going to distribute. We have 8 times 24 and 8 times B. And so what we have here is 8 times 24 is 192, and 8 times B is 8B. And we keep the negative sign. We put plus 10B is equal to 218. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take negative, now we have negative 8B plus 10B. So we combine those. So we have negative 8B plus 10B, and so that's going to be equal to 2B. And so now what we have here is we have the 192 plus 2B is equal to 218. The next step we're going to do is we're going to take this 192, send it over the equal sign, because we're trying to solve for B. And so we have 2B is equal to 218 minus 192. When we perform the subtraction, we have 2B is equal to 26. Next, we need to divide both sides of this equation by 2. And we divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of B, which is 2. And we cancel. So this 2 right here, we cancel it with this 2. And so that means that we will be left with simply B is equal to 26 divided by 2. And so B is equal to 13. Now that we know that B is equal to 13, we have the third step is we want to substitute B in, we want to substitute B is equal to 13 into equation 3 and solve for A. So remember we have equation 3 right here, and so we take equation 3, this is A is equal to 24 minus B. But what is B? We just saw that B is equal to 13. So we're going to put B into that equation. And so we have A is equal to 24 minus 13. And so that means that A is equal to 11. And so that means our answer to this question is A is equal to 11. So that's what we have for A. A is equal to 11. Okay, that's what A is. And B is equal to 13. And that's the answer to the simultaneous equation. A is equal to 11 and B is equal to 13. And that's the answer to this question.